So
All
I
right.
had a lot of choices for something to said, but I found this one bird and like, you know what? This is perfect. I love it. I had
Oh
to
yeah.
go for it.
Oh yeah. This bird, bird of the day. I mean,
Hmm.
just look at its name. It's good. So we're
Okay,
on our
yeah.
page now, and why don't we
Okay,
talk about
here
it
we go.
now? It is the vampire ground finch. Look at that guy.
What a
And
name.
maybe that's
So
what you're.
good.
Yeah, I mean, look at him. He kind of looks like a little Dracula there. He's like his
A little
wings are
bit.
all up. Got the
Ah.
hood. He's got kind of those beady little black eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, the vampire ground finch. Yeah, I'm sure it's just
Mm-hmm.
a name, right?
It's
Yeah,
gotta
it's
be
just
just
a
a
name.
name,
Okay,
yeah.
so
Totally,
yeah. Uh, so I wasn't really able to find much of the basic information here on this next
Yeah.
page.
Not a lot.
Well, they're not really sure what the lifespan is. Wasn't able to find that. The only thing I was finding is that their weight is under 1 ounce because they're a finch. Finches are little birds. So if you want to get a general idea of their size, go watch my episode on the goldfinch, and they're probably pretty close to that. But yeah, all my usual sources didn't have a whole lot of information on these guys, and part of that is because they only live on the Galapagos Islands. That's it. Nowhere else in the world. And so they're not endangered, but they're categorized as vulnerable. So
That makes total sense, yeah.
yeah, I mean, well, pretty much every species on the Galapagos is. It's
Yeah.
simply a vulnerable habitat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe we don't have a lot of information on them because they truly are vampires.
I mean,
Could that
it
be true?
tracks. It tracks.
I mean, that could. I mean, a little tiny bird actually sucking blood. No, that would seem impossible. Let's go to the next slide.
Yeah. Next slide.
Oh.
Well.
Okay,
that's
so yeah, they
definitely
do. They do actually drink blood.
Yeah, they drink blood.
They are
Mhm.
actually. Yeah, they they drink blood.
Yep.
And so
Little
yeah, what
shocking.
they'll do is there's 2 large bird species on the islands that they inhabit: the blue-footed boobies and the Nazca. The bird that you see him pecking on right now, that's a Nazca. I might have to do an episode on them. They're neat birds too. But yeah, they will go up to them and kind of perch on their back, and they got really, really sharp beaks, and they will peck a hole right in and drink the blood. Yeah.
I mean, sometimes you gotta get it fresh, you know.
Well, I mean, yeah, you don't want old crusty blood. You don't want
No. That's gross.
I do find it interesting though that they pretty much have only been seen doing this on other large birds. They haven't been seen doing it like on a tortoise. And you think a tortoise would be easy pickings, but maybe those scales are too thick. I don't know.
It could be. I mean, yeah. But I mean, what about
or maybe it's
the
because
feet and the tails?
vampires, they tend to only be able to drink blood from humans rather than other animals. So maybe that's the same case. They got to drink from other birds, satiate their bloodlust.
So, do you think the bigger birds like invite them in, just like real vampires?
Well, from what I understand, is most of the big birds tend to tolerate it. At least they don't hush them away because the primary part of they do drink blood, yes, but their primary diet is insects and seeds and stuff. So a lot of the times they're just going to go up and they'll actually pick parasites off of the bigger birds. So the big birds are like, oh, this little bird's cleaning these parasites off me. He's being helpful. Until he isn't.
Of course not.
So yeah, they've actually found that most of the time when having their blood drank by a vampire finch, the big birds don't even seem to mind.
Man, that is...
It's odd.
It's good work if you can get it. I like that.
But what other birds probably do mind that they do is that other finches on the island, soon after laying eggs, sometimes a vampire finch will go in and push the eggs out of the nest, and then they've seen to continually push them against rocks, so they'll smash eggs from other finches, eat those. So that seems kind of villainous, vampire-y behavior.
Yeah, that's your standard vampire right there. You drink the fresh blood, you eat the young. That's how you do as a vampire. It's how you gotta get by. Yeah. It's a tough life.
Well, yeah. the ornithologists who have studied them, they say that the main reason that they do the blood drinking thing is because on the Galapagos Islands, there's really not a lot of fresh water. Very, very few sources of fresh water. And this is apparently the best way for them to hydrate.
No, I figured it was gonna be either that or it'd be something like they wanted more iron in their diet. One of the two.
Yeah, I mean, there's
Yeah.
got to be some reason that they do it, and they
Yeah.
don't do it super often, but the fact that they do it at all is kind of creepy as hell.
Life
And,
finds a way.
And, well, the first, I mean, natives obviously knew about them first, but the first European who was able to categorize and find them was our good friend Charles Darwin. This is one of the finch species that he discovered. He first went to the Galapagos.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's kind of neat.
Very neat.
But other than the blood drinking thing, they're not really too different than other finches. They're, you know, finches be finching.
As they do, you know.
Yeah. So,
Finch got a finch.
yeah. So final slide. Well, my
There you
thoughts. I love this picture. It's that Nazca
Don't
is
judge.
just like.
Yeah, don't you judge me.
I think the Nazca is more upset by having his picture taken than by the small bird that is feasting on him.
Yeah, he does seem a little bit perturbed, doesn't he?
This is a great photo.
It is.
So I mean, I kind of like the vampire finch. I'm glad they don't live near me because I wouldn't want one of these guys coming up and drinking my blood.
I was gonna say, do crows ever occasionally imbibe like that?
No.
Oh,
No.
Okay.
We will eat almost anything, but I mean, okay. So we are known to eat dead animals and drink up their blood, from carrion and stuff. But we don't go up pecking and drinking the blood out of live animals. We're not monsters.
Oh, of course not. No. You're just crows. It's okay.
Look, we're
It's a big difference,
opportunistic,
huge
but we're not.
difference. Yeah.
Come on. So, yeah, I mean, on a want a bird in my backyard scale, not too high. On the do I think this is a neat, spooky, fitting bird for October bird? Oh yeah, absolutely up there. And I think of all the spooky birds I'm doing this month, this one is definitely the smallest.
Yeah. The other ones obviously on the list there's some pretty big birds coming down the pipeline here. But this one, the little tiny fish with like a 1 ounce, will fit in the palm of my hand here. Probably really 2 or 3, honestly, when you get down to it.
Oh yeah, I mean, I don't want to give away too much of my future spooky bird things, but one of them is the second largest bird in the world by weight.
Wow. Ooh, that's a big chonker, as they say.
Well, yes. As we all know, the largest bird in the world is the ostrich.
I thought it was a big bird in PBS.
Okay, the biggest non-fictional bird. But you know what? Someday I will do an episode on Big Bird.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
I feel like bird of the day. I'm gonna start to run out of interesting birds to talk about at some point, and I think doing specific birds, both real and not, that'd be kind of fun.
I think it would be. Yeah, it's very fun. Yeah.
Big bird, woody woodpecker, woodstock.
Trying to think of who else. Other good birds.
I do want to do an episode on Canuck the crow. Real crow.
Oh.
Lived in Canada, and there's a very famous photo of him holding up a knife that was actually a murder weapon at a crime scene, and he swooped in and stole the murder weapon and was holding it.
Did he steal it, or was he trying to hide the evidence from his own actions?
I mean, could be.
Yeah.
Lots of videos of Canuck out there.
Wow.
Cool bird.
Nice. Awesome.
Okay. Well, that's enough bird of the day for the day.